YouTube family. Hey, all I have in this world, all I have, nothing is promised to me and you. So why would I let his hand go? Lord, you promised that you stay true. I won't let nobody say it ain't so. Lord, you promised that you will never leave and everything's gonna be all right now. You promised those things to me and I'll just believe in you. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. You see, sometimes we get overconfident. Sometimes we think about our natural might as strong as the Almighty. Sometimes we lose sight of that we're not as strong as the Creator himself. You might have strength in your hands, but he created the hand. And we have the tendency to forget that these occurrences and these happenings can be unpredictable. And we're not always as strong or aware to handle unpredictability. So how do we do this? So you get the hint. Today's video is overcoming broken promises. Ouch. Broken promises. How do we overcome broken promises? Well, leaves a question. What is it? What is a broken promise? It could be numerous of things, a bevy of things. And a broken promise is somebody not following through. You know, a huge letdown, an unintentional lie, a sucker punch, you know, being hit from the blind, and them hurt the worst because you least expect it. It's unpredictable. Reneging. I know all my spade players like, yeah, that's it. Yeah, reneging. And if you ever play spades, that's for betting. That is the fastest way to lose the trust from your partner. So how do we overcome this? How do we overcome broken promises? First thing that came to my mind was accountability. You know, hold yourself or them accountable. Yeah, don't let them get away. You know, they gave you their word and they should keep it. So accountability is one way to overcome broken promises. You know, but we have to understand that everything doesn't go our way when we want it to. You know, and that's okay. Because when those occurrences happen, it teaches us to rely or wait on God's perfect timing. And he's always on time. So that's another way to overcome broken promises. And we can't overbook ourselves. Like I said in the intro, is that sometimes we get overconfident in our own might and then slip out your hands. You thought you can hold that thought. You thought you can hold up that plan and it just slips. So don't overbook yourself. Another way to overcome broken promises is be aware of patterns. You know, I used to deal with this girl and I would make plans, you know, try to take her out on dates or just plans to build on something. And the moment of, she'll just switch. And at the time I was like, okay, you know, things happen, stuff come up. Okay, I'll wait. But I started noticing a pattern. So be aware of patterns with people. Sometimes it's underlying manipulation, you know, a control tactic. You know, these people have the tendency to be mean-spirited, and they take pleasure in watching you react. So be aware of people's patterns. That's another way to overcome broken promises. Before I go any further, you know, I'm telling you all these stories, but before I go any further, let's peel back the curtain. I was my biggest promise breaker to myself. That's including old girl and all the other broken promises in my life. I probably broke more promises to myself than them combined. You know, I will uphold my promises with other people, having a tendency to people please. And that's another way to overcome broken promises, is to not have people pleasing tendencies. So how we overcome this? My daughter, right, on the way taking her to school this morning, I asked her about this subject. I said, baby, what would you do? How would you handle if a friend told you they was going to pick you up and go to the park and play tag, but they don't show up? How would you handle that? And she said with no hesitation, I just asked you, Dad. I just asked you to take me. I'm like, man, right. To know your source is a way to overcome broken promises. And it's funny that she understood hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life. Yeah, she understand that at 6 years old, and us as adults have the tendency to forget or distance ourselves from our source. You know, she know her portion. We need to know our portion, meaning that the only, and God is the only true promise keeper. So learn. Just because we parents, we can learn from our children. In Jeremiah, Lord said to me, you have seen correctly. I am watching to see that my words fulfilled. Overcomers. All we have in this world is our word. And our word is bond. And remember that something broken is not the same thing as something shattered. Something broken can be mended back together. I promise you that. High five. Like, subscribe, and share this video. Peace.